Well, hello and welcome, you gorgeous lovely people. It's time for the most unclickbaitiest of all the 6 Gamers clickbait content, another top 5 list. In the spirit of YouTube whoredom, I did my best to pick a subject for this list that said, I'm available and ready for your sensual clicks. It's time to get right down with the kids and not only tap into the Hearthstone viewer base, but I've heard there's a popular game called Pocket Monsters, which is available on your Nintendo DS. So today's list is the top 5 races in Warcraft that look like they could be Pokemon that should be cards in Hearthstone. Number 5. The Goron. Clearly a rock ground type, these little buggers belong to the Breaker family, which we saw in Warlords of Draenor. Less an expansion, more a convoluted plot device that exploited nostalgia, only used to get Gul'Dan back into the storyline to bring the Burning Legion over for the next actual proper expansion. That one. I mean, who could exploit fan service and nostalgia from their fan base, right? Anyway, on with the top 5 list. The Breakers are made up of Earth Giants, Magdaron, Gron, Orgron, Ogres, and the only race from the family not to be built like a brick shithouse, the Goron. The tiny beasts burrow through the earth and live in large colonies, an unending hunger fueling their movement. Goron feed off minerals beneath the earth, and depending on what and how much they consume, it affects their growth. When the Goron consume crystalline minerals, they are digested, allowing the Goron to form a crystalline armour that is used for extra protection and has been known to be used as a projectile weapon. The Goron inherit traits from anything they eat, elemental materials giving elemental powers. The Goron's spit is acidic, possible poison subtype, likely to help with digestion, and their stomachs become a cauldron of pungent gases, which when they die are released from their body, giving their attackers one final fuck you. The Goron's lust for minerals often sees them put into conflict with miners. With the right diet, Goron can grow to mammoth sizes like Orgorger, making my previous statement saying they weren't built like tanks a lie. Just like much of the content promised in Warlords of Draenor. Okay, I'll stop the hating, I'm just very bitter. Number 4. Sporlings. These grass-type Pokemon, known for not smelling very good, first appeared in Warcraft's Burning Crusade expansion. These little guys used to mind their own business in the region of Zangar Marsh, and then boom! The Naga swam into town. Due to their size, the Sporlings had always struggled in the harsh environment of the marsh, fungal giants and spore walkers striding the land. But with the Naga under the command of Lady Varsh, life became nearly impossible. Finding little use for the cute critters as slaves, the Naga began to exterminate these adorable stink factories. The tiny Sporlings of Sporigar managed to survive, enlisting the help of adventurers. The heroes also pumped some much needed currency into the Sporlings economy. The little guys have goods you can't find anywhere else in the world, like this little Sporbat. Isn't it adorable? But when the heroes held up money for the Sporlings, they told them to get the hell out of town and bring them something of worth. Sporlings use the glowcap mushroom as their currency, and the idea of using precious metals is totally foreign to them. This Pokemon, card may be a second evolution, as it is suspected that the podlings from the Warlords of Draenor expansion may have turned into Sporlings, though that's just speculation. I don't even want to imagine what sort of satanic, sadistic rituals these creatures would have performed to trade their souls for such ultimate power. The power of not smelling very good and being able to get other people to fight your battles for you. I for one would be well up for that power. Number 3. Raticate, vermin. Is it a rabbit? Is it a rat? Is it a kangaroo? Nope, it's the common vermin of Pandaria, constantly annoying the Pandaran farming economy. Imagine this, you're a fat panda. Run with me on this. And you've been working all day on your farm. You head in after a hard day's work only to turn round and see a host of these buggers nicking your carrots. Now you love those carrots like they were your children. For years you had to search for the right fertilizer, the right water, you named them all. Tara was your favourite. What a grand carrot she was. Plumper and no doubt tastier than the rest. You told her that you would make her a star. Lights, camera... Sorry, I got a little off track there. Vermin are opportunists, scavenging almost anything from pieces of rubbish to vegetables to feed themselves. They adore vegetables, especially carrots, even setting some up as if holy relics. But they despise one vegetable and one alone, the turnip. God help you if you feed a vermin a turnip. While they avoid conflict, they are dexterous enough to wield stolen knives, and their teeth are particularly sharp. You don't want to be on the end of a hyperfang attack from one of these guys. Some also use projectile vomit to attack, which is just lovely. Number 2. Shovel Tusk. It looks kind of like a WoW Taurus. Moving on. But seriously, there's not much info on these guys. They can be found grazing in the lands of Northrend. The Shovel Tusk's 2 front tusks are to dig for food, and its main tusk is for ramming. Highly territorial, these beasts will charge those that threaten their territory, and have been known to be seen fighting each other, likely to stake their claim to breeding territory. While it's advised most avoid the Shovel Tusk, their flanks can be used as a good source of food, served with some fresh Pandaren carrots, with a side of peppercorn sauce, or maybe a cauliflower jus. I don't even know what that means. Number 1. Makura. These guys have been in the game since Warcraft 3 and could be Krabby and Kingler's cousins. Theorised by Bran Bronzebeard to be a descendant of a lobster ancient guardian, which totally needs to be in the game right now, Blizz. I would lose my shit over a giant lobster defending Azeroth. And Makura can be seen on many of Azeroth's shorelines, a majority of the race living in the ocean. While thought primitive, these crayfish people have shown they have a flair for water magics, such as Bubble, Water Gun, and Hydro Pump. The Makura's hands are pincers used for combat, but have small feelers around their face for tasks that require more dexterity, like cooking a Shovel Tusk steak with a fine cauliflower jus. The Makura are also phenomenally tasty, and despite their fighting capabilities, adventurers try their best to get a taste of that sweet, sweet shellfish. Makura most often find themselves in conflicts with Murlocs and Naga, the race having an extreme hatred for the Naga, who have been known to rear Makura from birth and treat them like cattle. The Makura have also been found on Draenor, so maybe they've mastered space travel without telling anyone about it. How? Wait for it. Shellfish! And with that quite frankly award-winning joke, we finish up this list. I'll see you next time for... what's that? One more? As this channel is 6 Gamers, YouTube's one-stop shop for all your Blizzard lore interests. Well, since you asked so nicely and have liked this video, sharing it with all your friends, you can indeed have another one. Sword and Shield. What? If Pokémon can get away with it, I can. In seriousness though, subscribe to the channel for more lore and lists, and if you want to know how each video is coming, follow us on Twitter and Facebook, @the6gamers and /6gamersuk. Ta-ta for now.